Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Q. You know who, and I'm back with another video. Thank y'all for kicking it with your boy Q today. That's right, guys. You read the title of the video. Go ahead and talk real quick about the Camaro right here, man. A lot of people been commenting, asking me how much I pay for it and all that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to y'all. Yeah, here we go.
I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know. So
guys, I did hesitate making this video because one, I don't mind people in my business, but a lot of people just want to be in your business. They're basically counting your pockets, right? They just want to count your pockets. But basically what I found is people go count your pockets regardless, whether you got a lot of money or you don't got any money, people still gonna talk about you whichever way. So I was hesitant to make this video because I don't want to get a perception that, you know, I'm just like balling out of control out here, just like rich, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not rich, working 9 to 5, got 9 to 5 bills, 9 to 5 job, 9 to 5 house mortgage, you know, everything, you know. So anyway, I did decide to make a video, and the reason I'm making this video is not to brag. It's really for educational purposes for people who are wondering about buying vehicles like the Camaro here. And I did do this vehicle on my truck already, how much I pay for my truck monthly. Go back and watch that. I try to put a card. So it's really educational if you want to go buy a sports car. I know when I was looking to buy a sports car like this, in my truck, I went to YouTube and I searched how much it costs. And there's a lot of people who offer a lot of information, and it kind of helped people to give them a ballpark of how some of this stuff worked. And one day I was at the car wash with the Camaro, and a kid walked up. He was like, man, I want a car just like that. He started asking questions, and I could tell he was asking because he was really curious. He just didn't know this information. He was like, so how much it cost, and did you pay for it in cash? And I was like, nah, I wish I could, but I didn't. Like, did you have to go through a bank? And like, how does that work? So he was asking very valid questions, and he was very curious. And so that's why I make these videos, is to be helpful and to educate. And if you want to get something for something like this, basically the options of what you need to do. So with that being said, long intro, here we go. Main thing I really want to say first, guys, is I'm debt free. When I say debt free, I don't have any credit card debt. I don't have any student loan debt, nothing like that. The only debt I have is my home, which is not really debt. We could sell it and make more money. And my cars, these two. That's it. That's the only technically debt I have. So before you go out and buy all these expensive cars and a car like this and a truck like that, man, pay off all your debt, bro. And I'm telling you, when all your money can come straight to your pocket, man, it makes a world of difference. And you can do a lot more with it. So before you do anything like this or this, get debt free, man. Get your debt in order. Try to clear it off if you can. But along with clearing off debt, that impacts your credit score. So credit score is one. Credit score determines a lot, basically everything. What you can afford, what the banks are willing to lend you, if you got to put down deposit, your interest rate, all that. So get your credit in line. The second thing that's going to determine what you pay is your interest rate, like I mentioned. Basically, if I'm giving you $10,000 and on that $10,000, I'm going to charge you 10% to borrow that from me, it's going to cost you more than $10,000. So your interest rate, you want the lowest interest rates possible. I will tell you, my interest rate on this car was a 2.8 or 2.9 is what I got it for. I got it kind of during the pandemic when right after things was kind of coming out of the pandemic. So they was giving out really good interest rate at that time still before everything kind of shot up. So I kind of got lucky. Again, that depends on your credit, what kind of rate you're going to get. Next thing is going to come into factor in how much you're going to pay is going to be your down payment. How much money are you putting down on the vehicle you're buying? Me personally, I do not like to put down a lot of cash. I have friends who like to put down a lot of cash. And what that does, when you put down a lot of cash, you usually make your payments lower. The less cash you put down, your payments are usually higher. I personally prefer to put down no more. It depends on the car, I'll be honest with you. Usually on these two cars, I will tell you, on my truck, I put down like what, $2,500 or $2,000, $2,500. And then on this car, Camaro, I actually put down zero. I didn't put any money down on this car, and that's because of credit. Now, with that, sometimes you can get upside down, meaning you finance more than what the car is worth. You just gotta do your research. I personally have been lucky so far. All the cars I buy, I kind of buy them smartly, so I'm never really upside down. I always get them at a good value. Your call, how you want to do it. Next thing is the length of the loan. How long are you financing the car for? So I'm not sure if you know this, but a lot of people finance like Lamborghinis like for 10 years. I didn't even know there was a thing. But what that does, it just stretches out your payments. You gotta think about Lamborghini is like a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 car. That over 5 years is a lot of money, but that over 10 years may be manageable. This one, I think my length of term on this was like 4 years. Let's say 4 or 5. Somebody go do the math anyway. You can go to Google and do a loan calculator. It's gonna tell you. So if you wanna really know, you can go, but it's 4 or 5. My last piece of advice I'm kind of offering here, guys, use a credit union. Every car I have owned now to this point have been financed through my credit union. I have a good relationship with it for one. Credit union usually gives you lower rates than big banks like Chase and Bank of America. You go to your smaller credit unions, they usually have better rates. So how much I pay for this car per month, guys, is $791 per month, which is what I pay for the Camaro right here. I was happy to get this 0 down. I didn't have to put anything down, again, because it's credit. Credit matters. I remember when I was coming up, but when I was riding a scooter and sleeping in the weight room, bro, and didn't have a car and riding a bus, I think I tried to put down $5,000 at one point. I was trying to get a Dodge Charger, I think like a 2005 or something like that. And I was declined putting down $5,000 because my credit was bad. But now, I can get this car with 0 down, and I got it because my credit is good. So it's crazy, man. Credit is a really big thing. But anyway, just because you have credit don't mean you should use it. My goal when I was looking for a car was to be around 700 is where I wanted to. But $791, I'm like, okay, it's $91. Not too bad. You know, I'll be okay. Well, it's almost 100, but I'm like, okay, I can make it work. I already told you how much money I make from YouTube, which I'm about to talk about in the next video, is basically how I afford these 2 vehicles. So y'all tune in because that video is coming next. $781 a month, the way I play for my 2020 2SS Camaro 1LE here. Those things I mentioned, man. Work on your credit, bigger thing, get debt free. A lot of people say you're poor if you can't buy a car in cash. Everybody got their own methods in life to live by. Do what works best for you. I don't care. I mean, if somebody can go buy a car in cash, good for them. Somebody got to finance it, good for them. Somebody has to lease it, that's what works for them. Do what works for you. Don't always try to apply everybody else's life and what they're doing to yours. You can take bits and pieces of it and make it work for you. And I do want to add one more thing too. I kind of gave y'all a brief background. You know the channel for a while, guys. Like, I didn't have none of this stuff, bro. I just literally just put my nose to the grind, worked, cleared off all my debt. I was riding a bus, had a scooter, like I said. I didn't have a car at one point. I only had a motorcycle. Literally just rode a motorcycle every day, all day. And that's what I had as my transportation. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm no different. I just set a goal, had a plan, and I just made it work, bro. And that's really it. You got any more questions? Feel free to ask me. I probably will do another video on like monthly overall costs for this car, like insurance, gas, and all that. Anyway, that's it. It's all I got. It's your boy Q. I know some of y'all want to get at. Don't be over here trying to count your boy pockets. I'm telling you, ain't nothing in them. But anyway, that's all I got. It's your boy Q. Catch y'all next one. Peace.